Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to please click subscribe if you enjoy these videos. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers and it means the world to me. Much appreciated. And today we're going to be talking about Sauron the Necromancer. For 3 colors and 2 black, it's a legendary creature, avatar horror, menace 4/4 with whenever Sauron the Necromancer attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 3/3 black wraith with menace. At the beginning of the next end step, exile that token unless Sauron is your ring bearer. So this is really interesting because it's our second take on Sauron that we've seen so far, and weirdly, even though this is a rare and the other one is a mythic rare, this seems more interesting and more powerful than the other one, at least to me. It has a unique build around ability, and I always like that on commanders. I'm always on the lookout for that. This seems pretty strong to me. And as a quick note, if you don't know what a ring bearer is, and why would you unless you've seen it before, then you can click this link to watch my previous video where I discussed that. So when he attacks, which he should be able to do fairly easily thanks to the menace, you're going to get to exile a target creature from your graveyard, which is nice because you're getting some recursion immediately. You could toss creatures into the graveyard by milling them, by discarding them, by sacrificing them in all different ways to get some value out of them. And then after that, you're immediately going to get a tapped and attacking token. So that's pretty nice for combat damage triggers. Something that stands out to me would be the Ancient Dragon, the black one. I think it's Ancient Brass Dragon, because you want to connect with that. And when it does, you're going to reanimate stuff, which this deck is probably going to be interested in. So that seems quite nice in this deck. It also grants evasion to the creature you're reanimating, making it a 3/3 with menace. So it might be smaller stats in some cases, but in others it's going to be bigger stats. And getting menace is very nice. So against something like Grim Hireling is going to be really great in this deck because we're going to be attacking with creatures that are going to be quite difficult to block sometimes. And then at the beginning of your end step, you're going to have to sacrifice the creature. Sure, that's a bit of a downside, but usually you should have got value anyway already. However, if Sauron is your ring bearer, which you're obviously going to be doing that if you're playing this deck, then you get to keep the creatures straight up. They don't actually die, basically, at the end of turn. You get to keep them permanently, which is fantastic. Obviously, there is a window for them to kill Sauron after attacks, but that should be pretty rare, to be honest, because if someone was going to use a removal on him, they'd probably do it before he gets his trigger off attacking. So I think that if Sauron is your ring bearer, and he should always be in this deck, then you're pretty likely to get to keep the creatures that you reanimate with him, which makes him incredibly strong. I mean, it's so powerful to get permanent recursion. But I think that you do want to be building your deck in a way where you don't really care if they die, where you're getting value off of ETBs or off of damage triggers. Obviously, it doesn't work very well with death triggers because the creature tokens get exiled, but other than that, it seems to synergize very well with lots of different things. Discard, self-mill, they all work very nicely. You can also sacrifice the token before the end step yourself, and then it won't get exiled, so you could actually work in some death triggers like that, but I don't think it's worth the effort mostly. Anyway, I really like this one, and I can actually totally see myself building a deck around this because I love me some cool different commanders, and this is certainly that. It's a very, very interesting one. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!